All right. Well, yeah, today we're gonna tackle the mechanical parts. We're gonna just like mimic the visual language from here, apply it there. I'm gonna start with the thigh, probably the butt after, and go from top to bottom until I'm done with the feet. And yeah, also a little heads up. I'm thinking. I guess I'm like saying it out loud so that it actually like forces me to do it. But I'm actually thinking of once I'm done doing the leg, instead of jumping on the arm straight up, taking like a few sessions live to maybe work on another concept for another insectoid. And yeah, I mean, people have been asking a lot like how you do the concept, and to be honest, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I should show it. There's another part of me that's like, I don't like to know that people are looking at me while I do concept. I really like to be in my bubble during that time. But it might be beneficial for people, so I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and do it. But yeah, I might be like extremely quiet during those sessions. But we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, let's get started. We can collapse this. I don't see why we're not gonna collapse it. Divide, divide, divide. Apply the proper material. And yeah, start applying the details. I'm gonna load my list of alphas right away because they're gonna be helpful. Understandable, always want to focus during concepting, brainstorming. Yeah, exactly. It's sometimes I get quiet when I like get in my head, right? During modeling, but concepting is even like worse. All right, applying dynamic symmetry. We're going to work in dynamic symmetry for this piece since it's not sitting straight. Let's call it that. So yeah, because you see, like right now, this is basically like concepting what I'm going to be doing right there for adding the details. I could like draw on it and figure out what I want, but I already knew I was going to probably repeat the same pattern as the breast area, since it's like a triangle within a circle. So we're not going to venture really far. I'm going to start with like things that are like really obvious. And if I need to think about my concept, I'm going to subdivide it one more time. Yeah, if I need to think about my concept, I'll just take a step back and or you work with layers. Maybe I'm gonna actually push these up a little bit more. The size was okay. I'm just gonna command the intensity. Should be good. This one I'm gonna have to lower the intensity if I want to have the same like distance, basically. All right, gonna have to augment the intensity because the scale sorry, not the scale, but like it didn't go to the same height as the other ones. Ah, close enough. One last try. Thought I stopped the quick save. Huh. Kind of like reset it. Oh yeah, I did a reset UI. That's why. All right, all right. I'm gonna move it with the move brush because I want to keep the symmetry actions enabled. Okay, that's good. They're sticking out a little bit more. The silhouette, that's fine. It's fine with me. Hey, finally catching a stream reading from Austria. Cool, awesome. Well, welcome. Hey, Marco, hope you're doing well. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I hope you're doing well as well. So these spheres are rounded, the same as the surface that they're on. So one of the question is, do I want to like flatten them? No. Yeah, let's not play too much with that then. We're gonna just keep them as like a. Oh, I can't use the clip curve. That's true. Shucks. Should I trim from them? It's actually it just gets less round the more I dig. Okay. Well, then I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to do the reverse. Let's be big enough so that it. It's gonna be better. I was trying to create the bevel another way, but I think I was just fighting against the wind. There we go. So now that this is done, you could take a tighter circle. Let's move this out. There we go. Morning. What we'll do after completing this robot. Probably an organic character. Gonna try to get to work on something really different. All right, so now let's just replicate already all the visual language from the other one. I'm gonna start from drawing from the center of my destination. I'm gonna let it go when I'm like at the center of this one here. And same for the opposite. I'm gonna start at the center here and head for the center here, but stop like here. This way I know that like these lines are pointing in the right direction from each other. Actually, let's just really do like before. We're gonna like eyeball the middle a bit. Now question is, do I want to make some like here? Thing is, like, I'm not gonna have the space to do them here though, which is fine in a sense, but maybe I should just focus on like what I'm able to do. Also, maybe I'm gonna want to have them share the same color scheme. So instead of like being gray, the mycology man, hello. All right. But to replicate those things, those are like placed manually. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna have to test something. What side here is the symmetry? So let's do a detail on this one. Do a okay. So it's this side going on this side here. You'll see why I calculated that very soon. Let's continue to place this little detail. It's the same as the other side. Right. A little. All right. The other ones had a little special or particular placement where they were actually more up than down. I guess it would be, yeah, like this. So I guess I'll just, yeah, make it like that. Now, I'll duplicate and I'll place this one here. But to do the symmetry of the other one, that's why I calculated the gizmo. Because I'll try to do like a gizmo transfer, let's call it that. And once I have the gizmo transferred, well then. Oh, wait. Okay, that's good. So for this one, basically what we're going to do, we're going to find, first of all, where this subtool is. It's about at the end. Let's bring it up with these. So we're going to duplicate one. We're going to make sure there's no level of subdivision on neither of them. And now we're going to merge this one, merge down boop, with this one right there. And now when we have our gizmo and we do a mirror and weld, it's symmetrical. So that's perfect. And then I can just keep scrolling the shape, delete what is hidden, and then we have it on the other side like this perfectly. I could like also just merge down this one here. I don't know if I do a mirror and weld, but it does. Yeah. This placement is not perfect, but we'll leave it like that. Okay, all right. So these details. Jess, hello. Good job on the modeling. The design is very juicy. Thank you so much. All right, let's make the little line. Oh yeah, right. Before we do that, I need to smooth out the shape because this alpha has kind of like a a radius, not a radius, but an outline. Let's use the metal material. Really gonna make the details pop. Okay, I guess I smoothed them out. Right, but it made me notice that I had smoothing to apply on the alpha I placed right there, though. Yeah, sometimes viewing something with like a shinier material really helps to see the imperfections and stuff. Okay, let's smooth that out. Use orb crack. Good. That'll be all right. Now let's, I wanted to dig like a deeper hole right there. There we go. I didn't do it exactly the same way as the top, but it's gonna be fine just like that. No worries. And I think I'm going to add some more details. So I'm going to try to place them in a triangle fashion, but I'm going to just eyeball it. I find these details a bit too like thick, I'd say. I'm going to try to place lines that are a bit more thin instead. We're going to need to smooth those because they're a bit like they're a bit pixelated. Okay, looks good like that. Um, okay, let's add a little bit of details that kind of like connect this piece to the other elements. Could you tell how did you do the armor piece and the detailing for Ashen Zero? Well, not now because I'm working on this project. But if you look at my tutorial for the frog, it's basically the same techniques. So if you go on in the links at the bottom of the screen, go on our YouTube channel, you'll find a playlist called Frog. You can use that, and you'll see the techniques we've used. Oh, this thing is floating in the air. Oh, where's that shape? I'm looking for a specific shape, and I think I'm gonna keep it there, and here I'm gonna lower it because it's too far from the. Here we go. I'm gonna be placing like a gray thing right there now, like I've did here. But first, I just want to do the. I'm gonna do kind of like the same, but I'm gonna do a custom shape right there. Okay, sharpen, smooth. I'm gonna push this mesh inside. Kind of like move it so it like has kind of like a bevel shape to it. I got the alpha pack from Chaos Levit. Is there any update to that pack though? Like you have new alphas you're using right now? Now some of the alphas I'm using is stuff I bought or found, so I can't sell them in my pack. Alright, there's some detail on there that I'm not sure if I like. After all, I forgot to put a layer, so I'm kind of stuck with them. Whatever. So we can see that like when I placed this detail, it was not in perfect symmetry with the hole, so I have to adjust it now, which is fine. It's not a problem at all. There we go. All right, let's go for the those like gray things. So what I'll do, I'll just duplicate the subject right there, bake everything, remove the layers. And I'll select the depth of this. So I'll just use depth mask with my mask, and I'm pressing Control right now. Actually, I'm going to be much more severe with the there we go. There we go. Now I can delete this. I'll group loop so just that it becomes a little bit smoother. Then apply panel loop to this. Stick them out a little bit. Maybe not this out. And I'm simply gonna adjust the shape with the orb crack brush. There you go. Thank you for the comment. Much appreciated. Lord Lucifer. I'm still using the same orb crack, but I'm using it with a much broader radius and less intensity, just to make more like bevels into like the shape, like large bevels like that. So just know that you can always just get some pretty different effects just if you play with the size of the radius of the alpha. And I'll just find like maybe another alpha to place in there. Or something like that. It should be good. Oh, so you're just one of those people that makes cool shit, huh? Yeah, take a follow. This is cool. Sorry. Thanks for the comment. Can you also do that with the flatten brush? The thing I did with the orb crack, no, I don't think you can because it has a response with the depth or like you should try it. Maybe it's going to create an effect that you like. Basically, like don't everything is just like effects that I found that like seem to work, right? So it's just a matter of like testing some stuff and then you find like a little like wizardry trick that just like works really well for you, you know? Now it's starting to be a little bit more too much details. I think I'll just like add some like smaller details near the existing details just to kind of like augment the frequency, but I'm not going to put more details though. There you go. So it's not adding detail, it's just adding the frequency, adding to the frequency, I meant, sorry. We can keep to that and see how it feels. Or actually, you know what? One more thing. There you go. With more frequency again. All right. I'm missing those like those capsule shape details, right? But it's very noisy already, so let's not add too much. Let's do this piece now. Just so you see we're kind of like finished with this. Also let's save iteration 40. Following as well after Twitch recommended it. Always loved 3D, but never got around to trying my hand at it. Well, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Jordan, I discovered your channel a few days ago. Dude, you're a beast. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been doing that for a long time. Maybe not that Twitch, huh? No, no, I'm officially done. I have to be at some point. Subdivide a little bit more. Don't forget to create the layer. This one, we're gonna bevel it, this shape, onto this shape. So we're gonna use the clay brush, which is the best for beveling in my opinion. Remove the color and just follow the outline like that. I'm gonna try maybe beveling here as well. I'm gonna like double bevel here. The corners, I'm going to edge polish them. Oops. I'm gonna add a cavity here. It looked kind of like mimic that it's kind of like going inside. All right, good. Looks a bit more like it's connecting with the piece. I'll work on the other one after, but let's make another dent in there, mask the sides. Whoop. One fell swoop of H polish, and we have our detail. I think I'll repeat that, but I'll put my mask a little bit further. Just like that. Let's try that again. Okay. I try to see if it's worth it to lower this portion here to kind of like, oh yeah, oh, it works well. That's good. Um, I'm gonna check chat. I found out about you through a senior artist I was working with, Midi Afshar. He talked so highly about you, and I can see why. Oh wow, thank you. It feels good to hear. Thanks. Hello, hello. Have you ever worked for feature film or series? Did I? I mean, no. We worked for cinematics for movies. I think I did things for film, but they were like so like really small stuff. It was more at the beginning of my career. Also, I prefer to work with on video games and collectible statues. What the hell? Which my clay brush don't do that. Did you change anything in the clay brush? No, it's just a straight up clay brush. Try it. Make sure that that your edge is clean. Also, sometimes if it's wobbly, it's not gonna do the correct effect. My mind exploded when you showed these little tips. Mayonnaise and bread. Sauce, making me want to play Titanfall with this vibe. Yeah, there's I can see how it looks like Titanfall. I'll really do like a soft extrusion right here. actually, I'll do something that I call the offsetting. So you know how like this edge is following this and this one following here. It's kind of like equidistance in a sense. What I'll do is I'll actually let this shape come down to here. So it's kind of like augmenting the complexity of your detail, basically. And I'll do the same thing, just a soft... Actually, you know what, I'll use the inflate slider for this. It's too much. Nope, just one. There we go. Ah, it's kind of weird. Looks like a face now. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, it should be fine. I'll put the same like small detail here as here, connecting those pieces together, kind of. Okay, all right. So these two pieces are going to be connecting to each other. Then is going to be the knee. All right, let's take care of the butt part. Save. Maize and bread. What part are you asking? If it's an impact sensor cloaking device? Okay, do you work on high poly only in studio too, or do you do low poly game and that stuff? Actually don't do really low poly. When I do renders for my characters, I just decimate auto UV and then I bake and render. And when we work on professional games and that sort of stuff, well, I'm more acting as an art director. Right, so I can transfer what I've done to the other side. So duplicate. Mirror. I can reconstruct subdivision a little bit, just so it has a compressed version of itself. Come on. This also, actually, you know what, I'm just gonna mirror in well. Even if it's something that I use dynamic subdivision on, I'll remember to use the dynamic subdivision if I ever do a change to it. There's those little plates. These are, I'm going to also do the same thing. There we go. Okay, I think I got everything. Oh, wait, did I? No, okay. In retrospective, I wonder if I made those plugs a little bit too big. Well, too late. Let's just make sure I got the correct subdivision. Let's make like a cavity. It's missing a bit of resolution. What, how many polys I am right now with that piece? Oh, 800. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to 3 million. It's gonna be fine. Okay, straight up with the layers. So type of detailing will be pretty much the same as the thigh part. I might make it a little bit less detailed. That was a bit because I like a little bit more like if you look at the breast part, like it relaxes a bit more in terms of like the detailing and stuff, and I feel like I went maybe a little bit overboard with this part. Looks good in your opinion. Good to know. I don't know last time why I didn't just use trim hole to do this part. It's so much easier. I just have to test it and get the proper radius. So it's going to be 96. There we go. Am I 96? Yeah. Hmm. I'm going to do a little change here. There we go. There we go. That's much closer to what I was looking for. All right, so now question is, what direction do I put the because it's not like it's not a triangle placement like the other one were, but it technically could be like if there was like a dot here, it's just it wouldn't look good to have one of the module this deep. But there's still like a triangle to be made in terms of like how they're all pointing to each other, those lines. So I can try that. Let's just eyeball it. It would be like around here. It's kind of like the middle of the strap when you think about it. So what I could do is, let's try like that. Yeah, okay. And then we can imagine if there was another module like right here, and these would point in that direction here like that. So you see, it's kind of like considering those were like possible like triangle placements, it does kind of like look better, it look good. And I can actually add the one that's missing right there for this one. Although I'm trying to eyeball like a more accurate triangle. Yeah, there you go. Let's do a morph target here to get rid of this one. I think I can do it a little bit better. Okay, looks good. Let's push that in a little bit more. So in terms of like these like directions, we're good. I guess I'll go and place the same little detail again. And I'm actually going to use a small alpha here to do this like narrow part. I'm just flattening in regards to the camera right now. Misclick right there. There we go. Now about the part of these that show, I'm just gonna damp standard it quickly. There we go, good enough. Now to insert these details again, I'm gonna go and pick them up from here. Duplicate and go place them. Yeah, the placement of these is a bit pain in the ass. Like, I could create an IMM. I'm just thinking it's not going to save me like this much time. Plus, like the adjustment I'm gonna have to do once I place the IMM so that it really is the way that I envision it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be okay. So basically we're gonna do that, duplicate, and hopefully can just rotate it like that, and I can't. But you know what? Close enough. Go back to the top, duplicate again. Oh, this one is fixed. Just trying to get them to be the same profile as the other one because they kind of like lost their same like height. Also, I'm going to need to smooth the radius of the alpha I've placed because I can actually see that there's a line right there. If you look at these square lines. Anyways, let's finish that first, one thing at a time. Duplicate, come here. All right, this one is good. Let's merge everything together. And mirror and weld so that the other side is the same. Perfect. We're good with that. We're good with that. Ooh, I did not realize that this one is like sticking out that much more than the others. Okay, so first of all, let's get rid of those lines here. And also a little line just on the top here. All right. All right, looks good, looks good. And then there's going to be the lines. So those masks are going to be the lines delimitations. There we go. I'm going to sharpen and blur them this way. That sounds good. I'll just, in one shot, boop. Oh, wait, not deeper than that. Okay, also the mask was too smooth. There you go. So now it like, go. I'm realizing my model is lagging a little bit. I don't need to have the foot and the tibia showing, as well as the head. Kind of like forgot to hide them. That's still lagging a bit. Can I hide the body? Yeah, now it's much better, but wait. Nah, it's good like that. What is the total poly count for this character as of now? Let's see. It's like it's 44 million for the moment, I think. This is mainly a detail I'm adding just to get rid of like the line in the bottom of the cavity. I could do much more other things, but much different things, I mean, but it's gonna be fine like that. Just gonna test also maybe having these lines shorter. I don't know if I got 64 gigabytes of RAM. I had 128 earlier, but it actually was crashing my PC. Okay, so for these details, that's good. Now I'm gonna place like the side details and whatnot. Jeez, trying to. Here we go, just kind of like preparing the details around these. Okay, let's add those little middle piece in the middle of the extrusions. So once again, duplicate this, delete subdivisions, delete layers, or bake layers, delete morph target. We're gonna use depth mask. There we go. This is the way I don't need to be super careful about the contour. Anyways, I'm gonna need to fix it after. Mask, delete. Let's extrude those. All right. Let's apply. So we're gonna do it like earlier. We're gonna first kind of like use dam standard to create the edges like that. Or crack. It's just a question of like having the distance correctly. There we go. I'm gonna H polish them because they're a bit pixelated. Forgot to do an edge here. Okay, I'll do the same also where I use orb crack with like a larger radius and a lower intensity. Pop them out a little bit because doing that orb crack kind of like put them a little bit deeper. Fix the contours so they're a little bit cleaner, less soft. Yeah, so it's not a matter of like clean, it was more a matter of they were a bit like smoothed. Actually, this one I'm gonna extend in there. See, it's pretty dirty when you look at it this way, but it's just all that matters is the part that's visible. So, oops. Okay, so let's put the same type of detail after those little lines. This one we're gonna make a little bit larger, lower it. There we go. Add a little detail like I did with the last one. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. How long have you been working on this piece? I would have to count all of the YouTube videos about this piece and accumulate the time. So far, I don't know. I mean, I'm working on it. It takes a long time because I'm working on only 2 hours per week. But I mean, cumulatively, I'm not sure of the answer. What was I going to do again? What was I going to do? I was going to do something specific. Have you ever thought making anime characters or tried once? At the beginning of my career, I did do a few anime characters. But at some point, my style got like more defined, and it wasn't really like in the anime realm. And once I started to get like gigs for stuff that it's not really anime, well, then my portfolio started to be more and more in realism. Well, realism, not really realism, but anyways, whatever. I'm really inspired by a few animes that I saw when I was a kid, though. So like I've been really inspired by stuff like Evangelion. Well, stuff like that. I think it's probably my biggest inspiration is Evangelion. I mean, in terms of like animes, right? Okay. Okay, let's see if there's a little bit more details we can add in there without making it feel too cramped. All right, there's Pete coming with the suggestions. Grandmaster Pete. I'm gonna give a pass on that question, Pete. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's the thing. Now that I did the modification on this piece, I have to duplicate it. If I want to recreate it on the other side. I think that's going to be all for this part. We're going to be good with that. Except if I had a let's see if like we need a cavity. Gotcha, Rose. Thank you, thank you. Since like there's not much detail here, there could be like a line that does not. Yeah, it could be good. Although I don't really often have cavity details like that. I didn't even put it on the head, so it's kind of like. Well, you know what? I'll keep it on a layer. And I'll see later if I want it. Okay, now, just getting in there is going to be a bit difficult. All right. Put some lazy radius on this. Okay, and another layer. Let's see if a thicker cavity is going to be better. And I won't do it for the entire length of the line, just a little bit. Yeah, so I'll have to figure out if I like this detail or not. But so far, I mean, it's following the line flow and everything, so it should be fine. All right, so we're this much more closer to the end. Yeah, should be good, I guess. Should be good. Yeah, all right. So I just saved the project. And yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Finally, we're doing a bit of detailing. We've been working on the fundamentals for a little while, but yeah, now things are realigned and we're finally working on details again. Feels good. And yeah, I'm just looking at it right now. I'm noticing a few things, but maybe we're gonna tackle them next week instead. Because yeah, that's gonna be all for the week like that. Hey, Matt. Oh, I didn't see that you commented it right on top. It's looking good. I'm your biggest fan. Thank you. Matt's a close friend of mine. Well, Pete as well. There we go. Lies, don't even try. There we go. Um, Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, I'll just continue that next week. And simple as that. So yeah, I hope everybody's gonna have a good week, and we're gonna see each other soon. Take care, everyone.